Well, good morning from Costa Maya, Mexico. You know, it's 8:30 in the morning. We're already here to explore the day. I mean, you can see the people heading off to the port area. The port area right in here has like a pool and shops and all of that, and a bird aviary that I said I may check out. You can see the water park off in the distance. That's reopened, but it's, I think, $120 a person a day, so probably not gonna check that out. But if you look up the coastline, right up here is that little fishing village town that I was talking about that I think I'm gonna go check out for the day. One other ship in port with us today, Royal Caribbean's Harmony of the Seas. This was actually the first Royal Caribbean ship I ever sailed back in 2019. So in the port area now, you can see the pool, a restaurant right here, the little paths for the bird aviaries. These people are doing a dolphin encounter right here, and you have the ships off in the background. This is actually where we started our native choice tour earlier, over in that building in the distance. All right, so decided to walk instead of take a taxi to a little downtown area, Manhala, however you pronounce it, little seaside village. You can see people here. There's like a little liquor store here right on the side of the road. People stop their golf carts in. Honestly, the walk hasn't been too bad so far. You're pretty much like in this middle path beneath the two streets. It's shaded. I mean, yeah, I'm sweating, but I mean, in Mexico, what did you do? I knew I was gonna sweat. Been a couple taxi drivers that tried to pick me up along the way, but probably take a taxi back, like I said. And that way we go. All right, not gonna lie, it's gotten a little darker out. The wind has picked up. There's a bunch of these little side restaurants and bars and stuff that I love to pop into, either for a drink or some lunch. I mean, I had breakfast not too long ago. But I kind of want to make it here now, just in case it does start pouring. I can either hunker down somewhere or taxi back. Well, it started to rain. I'm completely soaked. I took my flip-flops and my backpack, threw my shoes away. My backpack's all soaked. I'm soaked. I think we're almost there, though. Well, we've made it, and it finally just stopped raining. Well, there the ships are in the background that I just walked from. You know the rain's gonna come at some point in the day. I mean, I had a rain jacket in my backpack, but at that point the rain was just coming down too fast. Could have probably threw it over my backpack, but as you can see, here comes the sun. So let's go explore. All right, just finished up a beach massage. It was 20 bucks for an hour. Honestly, real relaxing. Highly recommend. All right, well, just wrapping up, and you can see it just gotten dark again. I'm not chancing it this time. I'm taking the taxi back. All right, made it back to the room. As you can tell, I'm still pretty soaked. Like I said, walked to downtown. Multiple taxi drivers tried to stop. Oh, you don't know how much further it is. It was fine. It was like a 30-minute walk. But as I was on the final stretch, you could see the rain in front of me just coming at me. So like I said, quickly took off my shoes, put my flip-flops on, and just finished it through the rain. But the downtown area is actually pretty cool. I mean, it's a long strip across the water, all different little beach club areas, shops, food vendors. Most of like the beach clubs, it's either like little cover charges or buy food or drinks and go stay there for free. I found one place online, I think it was called Tropicante. that had good reviews for the massages on the beach too. Initially online, people were saying it was 25 for an hour. It's actually a 20, and it was great. Like I said, it lasted an hour, super peaceful. You just hear the waves going. But then I really just took a taxi back. Now I'm probably gonna go try and find some lunch. All right, day 4. Finally got an ice cream cone. Are you surprised? Because I am. Typically I've had many by now, but they actually had free ice cream on the ship, which I didn't know. I thought it was just the gelato, but at the buffet they got ice cream cones as well. All right, one cool thing I haven't pointed out yet is most cruise lines have the door hangers you put out at nighttime, pretty much like at a hotel, do not disturb or come like clean my room. Here in MSC, they have a button system. So click do not disturb. Up here, it gives that blue light if you're ready for your room to be made. You click the other one and it's orange. So the red means my room hasn't been cleaned yet. And after my steward, it comes later tonight, it becomes green. So we'll put it on Make My Room and check back in later. Your first kiss goodbye. Alright, well, good morning from Cozumel, Mexico. As you can see, we're at the Punta Langosta port, which is the main downtown port. We're gonna go explore a little today. I mean, I'm probably gonna go down left a little, and there's like the main downtown square area with a little park, and then we're gonna walk a little bit further and go walk through one of the food markets, and then try and go get lunch at a place I found last year we haven't been able to go yet. It's going to be a good amount of walking today, honestly, but I think nothing's further than like 20 minutes away from the cruise port. All right, check out this water slide. It's been one of my favorites on this ship. It is my favorite. It's a tube slide. You do a little turn, a little 360, and then this drop, and then below me it runs out to a splash pad. But, I mean, that drop's pretty intense. Whole lot of fun. Always cool to see the lines that hold these ships to these docks. All right, so I came to a regular like market instead of a food market. We'll see. I mean, coming up here should be the Mexican restaurant I was looking at going to. So if I come to that before the market, maybe I had the wrong address dialed in for the market, and it's just like I said, one with goods and not food. Well, we made it to Las Palmitas. You know, I was reading online too that most Mexican restaurants will have a sink in the corner, and it's customary to wash your hands when you walk in. That's what I did when I first got here. Comes with a horchata, and then some sauces. I also ordered a chicken mole, which was the special for about $7. I think it was 130 pesos, and then order a garlic shrimp, which is one of my favorite things to order at my local favorite Mexican restaurant back home. All right, just finished up my meal at Las Palmitas. Amazing. I mean, it's so different than your typical authentic American back in the States. I did the chicken mole, which was the special, and then garlic shrimp, because that's just my favorite. And I mean, both were delicious. Served it with like white rice instead of like Spanish rice, with little like potato chunks and stuff like that in it. The garlic shrimp was served with like a spaghetti, actually, with some sort of sauce. And then there was a side of corn tortillas on the side. I could dip into different salsas or throw the shrimp or rice or any of that stuff on. But it was so good. Definitely worth a check out if you're here in Cozumel. It's about a 20-minute walk if you could go directly from the port to there. But yeah, go check it out. Like I said, it was delicious. And I don't know if I just said it or not, but it only came out to, it was 330 pesos, which is 20 US dollars, so rounded up to 21. So gave him a 25 and told him to keep the change. And yeah, like I said, delicious. One other thing to note, I mean, like I said, it was 330 pesos. The special was only 130, which I think was at the $7 or $8. And the shrimp were 200 pesos. So, I mean, at the end of the day, amazing. I mean, like I said, that was 2 meals. I mean, you could feed yourself and one other there for 20 bucks. So, like like I said, I just wanted to try more of it so I could try multiple things. I didn't have breakfast today, so it's like, yeah, we'll spend a little more here. And lastly, I mean, you know a place is going to be good when it's all locals there. When I first got there were 2 other Americans, and then they left, and then just local after local started coming in as I was sitting there eating. Is night 6. You know, we just finished up a day at Cozumel. I mean, it's actually 12:33 in the morning now, so it's actually the start of the last day of the cruise. But, you know, tonight we had a magician, which was the main show at 7:30 and 9:30, and then at 11 they had the 18 plus comedy. It was the same magician from a couple nights ago, but like I said, it was the 18 plus show. Much funnier. Obviously, I love my comedy on cruise ships, so I had a grand old time. And then I stopped by the nightclub for a little, and then, you know, the one issue, I mean, MSC does a pretty decent midnight buffet, right? It starts at 10 and goes till 1. You have the pizza out, you've had like chips and nachos each night, pasta with cheese sauce, obviously a little salad bar, fruit, all of that. Obviously, I made the mistake night 1, waiting pretty much to leave the nightclub at like 2 a.m., and then going up to the buffet, and they're like, oh, now we're closed. So it's 12:34. When I got to the nightclub tonight, the DJ's been average this trip, but he was starting the theme party tonight. Was called the Sunshine Party or Seashore Party. Sunshine's the other ship. I don't know. But it was like 60s, 70s, 80s, I think. And the music was like starting with that, and then went into like line dances for a little. And now finally kind of just turned more normal nightclub-ish type music. But I figured, come grab a bite to eat, go back down, see what, I mean, there's actually a decent amount of people hanging out in there tonight. Dance floor has been average. I feel like the first night was the most crowded, because the first couple nights, the main deck party was in La Cabaret Rouge, which is the nightclub area. The past couple nights it's been in the main central atrium, but yeah, I mean, like I said, still having a great time. The ship is beautiful. I think I've said that many times now. That was one thing I was excited to see, and it's true. I mean, at the end of the day, it is a beautiful ship. And like I said, tomorrow we have a sea day now. Like I said, today, I mean, obviously you've seen the footage of me going to the restaurant, Las Flamitas, I think, and then kind of making my way back. And then I mean, yeah, I don't know if I mentioned it on the camera yet. This ship has a tube water slide, right? You can ride singles or doubles. Both days, both the Costa Maya day and today in Cozumel, when I've gotten back on the ship, I think I rode the thing 10, 15 times because there's no line. I mean, obviously, I know this last sea day, there's going to be plenty of lines. So, like I said, I don't think I ever even had to give up my tube. I just kept going, and it was kind of a good workout because you have to go up 3-4 flights of stairs to get to the slide again. But yeah, it's been a great day, and if I don't see y'all anymore tonight, see y'all tomorrow for the last sea day here on the MSC Seashore. All right, well, good morning. It's the last day here on the MSC Seashore. We have a sea day out here in the ocean. I'm chilling in the jungle pool area right now. I'm gonna do some editing on this coming week's episode a little this morning, and then probably go head to the pool in the afternoon. Also, if you can't tell, it's game day today. At plays Clemson at 7:15. I'm gonna try and find a way to watch it. YouTube TV, YouTube, none of that's been working because I don't have the upgraded Wi-Fi package. Well, as you can tell, the bags are packed. My time here on the MSC Seashore has come to an end, sadly. I mean, it's been a great week overall. And if you've seen, Frank's already on Icon of the Seas, so we have more cruise content to bring to you this week. So Frank, now officially over to you.